Oh yeah, pipe smokers. Yeah, this is the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, and I'm Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy. Yeah, and I know that because I'm recording this video on my channel. And it is the 12th of April, 2025 already. It's Saturday. Yeah, it's kind of a cloudy, crappy day outside, but that's okay. It's all good in here. Yes. And so, yeah, let's have a smoke together. So grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, and grab a beverage. You know you don't have to work tomorrow, so you can have a couple of beverages tonight with me and a pipe. Yeah. So we have this unnamed, it's made in Italy. It's a Canadian style pipe, yeah. And it has gorgeous briar and like a smoky looking stem. And I really wanted to smoke Black Irish Twist, but then something said, no, you know what? Paul, you've really been neglecting your brown Irish Twist. So we have some brown Irish Twist here, yeah. And Irish Twist, if you don't know what it is, basically looks like a dog turd or a turd. And what you do is you cut like a 1/8 of an inch off medallion, another 1/8 of an inch off medallion. And depending on the size of your bowl, you may cut 3 medallions. And it's about the size of a United States nickel. And then what you do is you take those little medallions and you dice them up, and then you rub them out. And Irish Twist, most twists are very moist. So I let it sit out on my cutting board 15-20 minutes. Otherwise, it's constant relights. I probably didn't let this set out long enough, but who cares? Anyways, let's start something on fire. Yeah. Here we go. Man, that's a gorgeous pipe, isn't it? Look at that briar. No factory fills. I don't think it has any factory. Maybe. I don't know. Who cares? That's a gorgeous pipe. I discovered this in one of my pipe racks, and I was just like, oh, whoa, I forgot I bought this. Oh, it's going to be a long night because I didn't let this sit out long enough. Brown Irish Twist. And I still have Mark Hill's tamper. It's called a Greek pillar tamper. It's made out of brass from Jack the Piper. Mark gifted that to me about 3 years ago. It's a good mate of mine. He's my brother from another mother. All the way across the pond in Wales, United Kingdom. He's a good man. In fact, check out Welsh Piper 62. Go look at his channel. He's a great bloke, Oh, man. This is so good. I do like the Black Irish Twist better, only because it smells like barbecue, man. It smells and it tastes like barbecue. But the brown Irish Twist is great too. Just doesn't have the little barbecue flavor in it, Mm. Oh, yeah. So I looked at a few houses online today. Not too much. I figured I'd take a little rest, you know. Mm. This is a great smoking pipe. Not for sale. Mm. Oh, yeah. Ah, I love this. So over the past couple videos, I've had like this guy who's a troll. And in last night's video, you can't see it now because I blocked him. Actually, I just blocked his comments. He can still watch my videos. But you can't make no comments there, bitch. Because he was rude. And he started out, I used to be a Christian. And he says, it's funny you say God has a plan. And you're just a drunk guy who's a Trump fan. That's pretty rude to say, all right? Yeah, I like my beer and all that stuff. Who doesn't? But that's like it's like a rude comment. And then he made a bunch of other comments. And so I was just like, nah, you know what? I'm not going to block him. Because maybe he'll come back to Christianity. I don't know. So you know who you are. You can watch my videos. You just can't comment on them anymore. Because I went, you know, I don't want to see any of that negative stuff, you know. Oh, you're just a drunk Trump lover, and if God had a plan for you, why would he change it? Well, you know what? God changes his plans all the time, depending on what happens, you know. It's his plan. He can do what he wants. It's not my plan, all right? I mean, I have a need, and I rely on him for his plan, not my plan, you know. Oh, yeah. Ah, this is so good. Brown Irish twist. Out of a great pipe. I don't know who the pipe maker was on this, but they did just a phenomenal job. The only thing it says is it just says handmade in Italy on the bottom. I don't know. And I don't care. She smokes great. I love her. She's in my normal rotation right now. Oh. We'll be back in a nanosecond because Paul the Pipe Guy has to pee. Oh yeah, so we're back, yeah. And I have a Busch beer here. Cheers. So this guy, this troll accused me of being a drunk, all right? Look, when I get home at 4:30, I enjoy my beer. I don't get drunk. I don't get stumbling around, any of that stuff. I don't show up for work, smelling like alcohol. I don't miss work because I've had too much to drink. But I enjoy relaxing, having my beers. And Busch beer is 4.2% alcohol. I stay away from the high, like the IPAs that are like 9%. I just, that's too much for me. And as far as the bourbon, I got a bottle over here. It's like 4 or 5 months old, and it's like a third of the way gone. Very careful with the hard liquor, you know. And if I do have some, it's usually just only one, maybe sometimes two. So cheers, yeah. Oh man, I went up, I went upstairs, I peed, came back down here in my kitchen. I was like, wow, the room note on this brown Irish twist is really nice. It's stronger than black Irish twist. So it's Galwith, Hogarth and Company Brown Irish Twist. And I got this January 19th of this year, which makes it basically 3 months old. Oh, it is so good. Thank God it's Saturday. So after my stressful day yesterday, of hearing about, losing the house, even though I believe the Lord still says, that's my house. I believe the Lord says, that is your house. They accepted your offer. But, everyone has denied it now and accepted this Hispanic guy's offer, and that's fine. God is in the works, and I'm moving forward. I'm looking at different houses still, and we'll see where it leads. He's going to have something great. I don't believe God wants me to have to move into a 2-bedroom apartment and then store a bunch of stuff in storage. I just don't believe that. I don't think that's what he wants for me. And that's definitely what I don't want. I want a home, like my retirement home, Oh, man. This brown Irish twist is starting to kick my butt. We're going to take a little break. We'll be back in a nanosecond. Yeah. Well. Yeah, so we have one of the jars that I've soaked these barrel pieces in. They're bourbon barrels that have been charred on the inside, and then they cut them up in pieces. And that's been sitting in this blend here, which is, let's smell it. It's supposed to be like Seattle Pipe Club plum pudding. Now that's what I'm talking about, man. You could almost get drunk off smelling that. And so it's been in there almost 2 weeks. They normally smoke that, put that Seattle Pipe Club plum pudding in the wet bourbon barrels. So as soon as the bourbon is drained out of the barrel, Seattle Pipe Club, they're right there to grab that, and they fill it up with their tobacco blend, which I believe I may have replicated. And then they soak it in there. They let it sit in there for 30 days. I might not go 30 days because I got a lot of chips in there, I got a lot of little cubes in there that have been soaked in bourbon. So I may press it this weekend. I might. I don't think adding another 2 weeks. I mean, this blend is pretty moist with bourbon. And I didn't put them in there wet. I soaked it in bourbon in a mason jar. These little 1 by 1 inch squares that are charred on one side. And then I put them in there. And so, but I didn't put them in there, they're like dripping wet. I kind of patted them off. And so I don't think I need to go 30 days on that, you know. We'll see. I might press them tomorrow. I may just put it in a big stainless steel bowl, pull all the cubes out, save them, and just press this into a huge crumble plug, 3 inches wide and 1 to 1.5 inches thick. And, you know, the pressing process, you're going to go a week with that, because every day you come home, you crank that press down a little more, you let it sit, then you crank it down a little more. You do that for about 3 or 4 days. And then you reach a spot where it's like, okay, that's enough. When the juices of the tobacco start flowing out of the press, it's like, okay, that's enough. And then you just let it sit. And you let those juices kind of re-solidify. They do. They come out really wet. But if you let it just sit there, all of a sudden those juices will kind of solidify a little bit. And then you take that huge puck of crumble plug out. And when I'm talking about crumble plug, you have crumble cake, which is ribbon cut tobacco that's pressed moderately. And then they cut it in cubes. You can break off a piece, easily rub it out. Then there is crumble plug, which is ribbon cut loose leaf tobacco that's put under enormous pressure for a longer period of time. And when you pull it out, it's literally as hard as a brick. And you have to cut pieces off of that and then rub it out. And then you have actual plug tobacco, which is full leaves stacked one on one on one on the, so they may take, you know, one certain type of tobacco, stack 3 leaves, take another type of tobacco, maybe some Latakia, stack 3-4 leaves. And by the time you're done, it's, you know, 4 or 5 inches high of full tobacco leaves. And whatever leaves they want in their blend to get the taste that they want, then they press that under enormous pressure, and plug tobacco actually comes out like a brick too. The only difference between crumble plug and plug is that crumble plug is ribbon cut, where regular plug tobacco is full leaves that are pressed. They may take 600 leaves and compress it from 5 inches down to 1 inch. Or 1.5 inches, you know. And that's what I've discovered, you know. Oh yeah. Ah, this is good, man. Brown Irish Twist. So I've got Brown Irish Twist, Black Irish Twist, and I have, I think it's called Bourbon Irish Twist. I gotta go check. I'll be right back in a nanosecond. Now I actually have Rum Twist. So I have got Gawith Hogarth and Company Brown Irish Twist, G&H Black Irish Twist, and G&H Rum Twist. This is just so good. But the Black Irish Twist is my favorite. Oh, man. But the Brown Irish Twist is the highest nicotine content. So I can puff on this pipe. I smoke my pipes like a freight train. And it gives me like a nick hit. You know when it's starting to hit you, because it's like, oh. And even though somebody asked me one time, they're like, hey, Paul, you're a cigarette smoker. How can pipe tobacco give you a nick hit? It does. And I can tell because I start feeling like I'm going to hiccup, and then I start hiccuping. Hiccuping is when you take in too much nicotine into your body. It's a side effect. Cigarettes, I can sit and smoke, but the pipe smoking, when I want nicotine in my body, I turn to the cigarettes. The cigarettes it's what I've been doing for 45 years. Yeah. Anyways, happy Saturday night, pipe smokers. Yeah. Keep praying for me that God is going to give me the house that He wants for me. Over and out.